it on my phone at the same time.
Okay. Dude,
Okay.
that's so funny. He's got the comb over. Come on. Oh no.
Dude, the
Oh,
second worst hair on this live stream tonight will be AJ. First is Daniel.
that's
My-
hilarious. Oh my gosh.
My hair
Okay.
almost-
Here
straight
we go. What is up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. We are back with the TCE Live Supercross Watch Party. I got a whole host of guests with me tonight. This is going to be the Glendale Supercross race. I'm super stoked about this one. AJ knows it's one of my favorite ones because the floor plan's so big, Triple Crown, the whole deal. I'm stoked. You guys may know a few of these faces. We've had a few of them on before. One is a new time. I've known her for a while, but she's kind of new to the TCE Watch Party fam. We're going to start with the man of the hour, Jackson.
That's it.
Jackson, what's going on, dude? How you doing?
Dude, you just got me fired by saying that. I'm doing great. All right. We were above zero up here in Canada. So you know what? We busted the shorts out and the short sleeve tees. We're ready to roll.
I love it. I like that anytime, and I've lost this now that I moved to Texas. Anytime it's over like freezing, dude, it's summer. Might as well just be t-shirt weather,
Dude,
right?
it's summertime. Flip flops, board shorts, no underwear. We're rolling now.
I love it, dude. I love it. Also joining us is Katie Parrill. She is a full-fledged rocket scientist, pilot, dirt bike racer, badass mechanic. She's got it. She's got it all. Katie, what's going on?
Hey, nothing much. It was like 60 here today, so I'm gonna brag that it was nicer here. Definitely outside in the short sleeve t-shirt, pretending like it's summer. I can't wait for it to snow again, though. It's totally gonna happen. Lived here long enough. I know that's how it happens.
Of course, dude. Of course. Wisconsin's always known for their shitty weather, so
Or unpredictable weather.
glad I got out of there. And last but not least, I mean, it's my father's legitimate child that he claims. It's the one and only, the Albert Joseph Catanzaro. What's up, buddy?
Albert's here. Volan's gear is sick.
What's Volan rocking?
Did you see it?
What's
It's
he
like
rocking?
the printer. It's like the printer ran out of ink.
It's
Oh, for
cool.
Volan? Oh, we got a gate drop. I'm behind. Holy crap.
Yeah, we're racing, baby.
We're racing right
nice,
now.
Jack.
Okay.
Nice, buddy. There we go.
Okay. We got the big bad 18 out front. AJ, you got your boy out there, man. Looking steezy on the Honda, huh?
Who's number 52? Oh, Mumford. Who the heck? Who does that guy think he is? Can I make a prediction?
Go ahead. Go
BT
ahead.
Dubs?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Every fast guy is just crashing. Jet's gonna win all three, and Tomac's gonna win all three.
You think so?
Yeah.
I got Jet all three in his. I don't know if Tomac's gonna do it, man. Honestly. Ooh, we got a split lane.
Yeah, I
How
haven't
split lane, baby.
out yet.
Split lane. Oh,
How fun. Jet races these guys like I race guys in Supercross. He's just a faster version, a 10 times faster version of me. Like he just let what's his face by in that corner after the finish line.
oh my gosh.
Hey, Dave Drake, you want to
Yes,
mark
sir.
it on the timesheet there that we got our first AJ-ism of the night?
Dude, I was gonna bring it up. Jackson,
Picks the fastest guy in the world. He's like, he's just like me.
Jackson.
See what he's
No,
doing?
I got a worse one for you. We were at Iron Dog
Dang.
MX, literally, like I think this was like 2 or 3 years ago, and AJ's walking down the line. It was like talking to the students. It was me, Cade Clayson, and 2 other people, and AJ's like, when you watch Supercross racers, Tomac, Roxon, me, we're all in this one position. Me and Cade looks at me and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" It was-
Dude,
Oh
you
my
gotta.
God,
I get it though. You gotta have that.
No,
You gotta
dude,
have that.
I love it. And like honestly, like AJ does have one of the best like riding positions, the best like fundamentals in the game. So like it's almost like, yeah, okay, damn it, he can kind of say stuff like that. But it was just jarring. We were like, who does this kid think he is, man?
It was jarring.
It was real
What are
jarring.
these guys doing in the split lane here?
I don't know.
Oh, wait,
Dude,
that's
they
not
are
the split lane.
they are launch. Is there a quad in there? Are they going 3-4-3?
Ooh, those whoops look nice. Look at Jet's feet in the whoops.
That's
Look
it's
at
just
Levi
insane to
Kitchen's
me.
feet.
It's not so like okay, AJ. So for those that who are at home and like obviously none of us are at the elite level. At least I don't think so. What is Jet thinking right now? Like when you're out front and you're commanding a race like this, what are you thinking? What are you focusing on? What's like the main thing that you're trying to like not do or things that you're trying to do? Like walk us through it really quick.
Don't jump. Uh-oh.
Oh, red cross flag.
2-1. Did that look like it was will he get docked for that?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
no.
So
Because I think
had
he
a
was
conversation-
going to start going again, but then they did red cross. So I think he's good, or red flag.
So Jet told me this week, which
Mhm.
was it on? It might have been in our master class that we filmed, it was a really cool conversation. So I hope he did film it. And I had no idea. He told me that when he gets in the lead on the pit board, all he does is watch his lap time versus the guy behind him, and he'll just match the guy in second's lap time.
Really?
He said he'll just stretch it out just enough so that he's not worried about getting past, and then all he'll do is match second place's lap time, which is obvious in saying that, but it's so impressive that like he can just, because he says he could just go faster if he wants to, but he just wants to match their time, and then if they get closer, he can pull away a little bit if he needs to. He completely just manages their lap time, so it's not like he's trying as hard as he can, which is really bizarre.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I have a question for when it comes to like how accurate they are with measuring things out with the bikes. Like, do they only run them with a certain amount of fuel to keep the weight down? Like, I'm imagining they're not filling it right to the top before the main events, correct?
Oh, good question. So when they line back up like this, although the time should be accurate, you would think, because everything else is completely. Who is this?
Styles Robertson, it looks like.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh no, really?
Oh,
Do they show it?
Ouch.
that was a foot peg right to the back.
Who's the one who got hurt?
Oh, that is Styles.
Oh,
Oh wait, is he on PC?
Oh boy,
did he fill in?
Oh no.
that's a broken femur probably. So what? The replay didn't make any sense to me. First of all, who is Styles Robertson?
Are you serious?
Second of all,
Damn.
what team is Styles Robertson on?
He's a star guy. Sorry, yeah, I just remembered. What
So
happened?
why don't I see Styles Robertson anywhere in this replay then?
I have no idea. Do you
Am I
not know
watching the wrong?
do you really not know who Styles Robertson is?
Well, I thought I did, but in the replay, Styles Robertson is nowhere to be found unless he's already laying in that pocket.
Oh, it could be. Holy crap.
Am I wrong?
No, oh, shout out
I like
to
Jet's blue gear.
that FXR kit is sick, man.
Oh no, AJ, you're right. I think he's already down. I think his bike is down, and then whoever 84 is like hits his
Hit him?
bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
Or probably hit his body too.
That's
Yeah.
a gnarly. Oh,
Okay.
I hate to see stuff like
So
that.
here's
Replay.
Oh,
well,
that's crazy.
oof.
Oh yeah, there's a bike already down underneath all that when all this starts at the
So what
beginning of that
happened?
replay.
So did Styles
So he
end
just
up
got bumped into by all of them.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, Shar made the main. Solid.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Shouts out to Brendan Shar, one of our guys.
Matt Moss.
Yeah, yep. They're all hitting them. Ooh.
Oh
Are
man.
we
Yeah.
all on the? Are you guys watching Jet now, or are we all synced up?
Yeah, I'm synced up with you, AJ. I don't know what.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Fine.
not synced up. Are you
Hey, Christian,
central?
I think Dave-
Are you central
Dave
time,
was
Jackson?
behind Mountain.
Ah, okay.
Dave was like 30 seconds behind last time we did this. So something would happen. I'd be like, oh, and he was like,
I'm like, don't tell me. Oh, man. That was
Come on, Jet.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat who's joining in right now. Well, shout out to Bobby, Billy, Fire at Will. What's up, brother? Jer, what's going on? Fire at Will, dude. He's such a good dude, man. Bobby's always in here. Billy Freeman, this dude.
Billy Freeman.
Oh,
man. Somebody else eating shiitake.
Oh,
we got
Same
a lot of
dude
guys
who got
in
the
there.
foot peg in the back.
Guys, send
Roland
those questions in for AJ and for the rest of our guests tonight. We want to answer all your questions. We want to interact with you guys. So definitely use that chat so we can stay informed on what's going on in your living room and vice versa.
Yeah, super chat for AJ. They're $5 a question.
Ooh, Hampshire. That was stupid.
Why is everyone crashing tonight? Is that
Hampshire
bowling?
just went bowling.
Jeez, nobody wants to stay on two wheels, man. What's going on?
Okay, AJ, let me ask you this. When you watch races that you're not partaking on, like, are you looking at this track like, that looks like a fun track, I wish I was riding that? Or are you like, I'm good?
It totally depends. In this situation right now, that this track looks pretty fun. But it also, the perspective on TV compared to watching the stands, then compared to riding it are three completely different things. So
yeah,
it's sometimes really hard to say. Like, this track looks fun, but this corner before the finish doesn't look very fun. Like,
no,
there's certain
that's
things.
Weird layout. Are you have you done many races with a split lane setup?
Not enough. I like it. I think it's cool. Let's see.
What's the plan of attack when it comes to like qualifying that? Do you just kind of pick one to try to work on through the day and just like for the first qualifying or first practice and then like look at other people's times if they were going on the other one, or do you keep going back and forth?
Usually you figure out pretty quick what the fast line is.
Yeah, it always develops.
There is almost always usually an obvious fast line.
Yeah.
From my recollection, at least. So let's see, like 2014 Toronto, there was a split lane right before the finish that Stewart started tripling in the main event, and he was the only one to do it. That one had an obvious fast line. 2013 Minneapolis had a split lane before the finish. That's where Dungey and Villapoto
yep, they're battling.
That was a sick race. That split lane was actually pretty fair. I can't remember though on my fast lap, like in time qualifying, where I went for that one. Yeah, this one, it's like
it was Villapoto, it was AJ, and then Dungey, and that's how it stacked up for the whole night. You know.
Yeah,
I did get a top 10 that night.
Attaboy.
Actually, both nights I got a top 10 in Toronto with the split lane too. So
you know what kills me is that people don't remember your best ride, AJ.
It was too long ago.
No, and you know what's, but like it was. I mean, at least for me, it was one of the most memorable races because you had honestly one of these passes. I don't know how it's not in a highlight reel, but like that one will always go down. Cole Thompson, the scrub over a triple, which will live in infamy for me. Like, whatever you do for the rest of your life, you will never do anything as cool as that. So, dude, I was literally in my living room going, "Oh my God, we did it! We're in fourth." Oh man,
yeah, that was one of those days, definitely, where it felt pretty easy.
Yeah, it was clicking. So, Katie, I know you've been watching the series this entire time, East versus West. Who do you think has the faster coast? Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the vital message boards. East is faster, West is faster. Who do you think has the fastest coast, Katie?
I think it's West Coast this year.
Ooh, okay.
Like I don't know, a little disappointed in East. I feel like you got your top like couple of guys that you know are going to be on the podium week after week after week, and it's pretty predictable.
Mm-hmm. I kind of agree.
I'm not saying that like the guys on East Coast aren't crazy fast, but like I think West just has it this year.
I think so. I think honestly, what did it for me was seeing Hampshire, and who else was it? Before they got hurt, I can't remember who exactly it was, and then also Kitchen, who's a freaking super powerhouse. Once I saw those guys get over to the West with Jet, that kind of solidified it for me. Not saying that Jeremy Smith, and a few others Jordan Smith and a few others aren't super fast, but I don't know, man. Just the tenure that Hampshire has, the speed and the talent of Jet, Kitchen
And seeing-
talent as well. I don't know.
And seeing Hampshire when he bumped up to the 450 for a few rounds. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
and I think
you can just
there's
tell.
so many rookies on East Coast this season too, that it's like that's why I'm kind of thinking like East Coast isn't the faster, even though Deegan's been absolutely destroying. Like his rookie
Yeah.
season has been phenomenal.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of fast rookies too. Because if you look at the West, I'm looking at the thing. I don't think there's any rookies in West.
Is Mumford
Right.
still considered a rookie?
No, he's been pro for a minute.
no, I mean-
he's been pro for a minute.
What about Kitchen? Is this his first Supercross season?
No, he had last year, I think.
Okay.
But also, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
think about like Wageman, I think, like not Wageman, Yoder. Sorry, I think it's his first year. We can't really
is
count. Yeah, yep, it is. We can't really count Sharer, even though he's bumped down to the 250. But yeah, I mean,
so there's no
some-
real like East Coast
Oh,
has
man.
Deegan, Hymus did really well.
Yeah, you also have like J.R. Reyes and a bunch of, before he got hurt. There's a bunch of other fast kids in there for sure. Talon,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super stacked. Let's see. We're gonna go back to the chat and just answer a few of the questions. John Schneider's in here as well. What's going on, John? Christopher, what's going on? He's saying, AJ, my dude, love you, bro. Let's see. Fire at Will saying, oops, Evan Nystrom of Outlier Athlete is the Academy app to answer nutrition and fitness questions. Of course, shout out to Evan. Coach Evan has been phenomenal. Been helping me get in my A game, trying to lose weight so I can fit into jeans like AJ, and it's going to
So you
work
can
out.
swing a golf club.
So I can swing a golf club, get over these tits of mine, and get a nice slice.
And Coach Evan trains Derek Kelly, who's in 5th right now. Derek Kelly's going fast.
Yep. He's also
Dem-
got
here.
the Mad Parts
He
Kawasaki
looks
guys
good.
as well. Man, these guys are
He
freaking flying.
paced the crap out of that 3 in.
Goodness gracious. AJ,
Derek Kelly's
you told me last week, you and I should do a session of training in the whoops, and that should literally take out maybe 50% of the hurdles that I have with getting the pro license. Don't tell Tevin Tappy I said that. What is the best 3-step process for getting through Supercross whoops? I know that's a gross oversimplification, but just for the layman at home who can never even fathom going through stuff like this.
Derek just got through him good. He's getting some serious.
That was nice.
So
That was a nice run.
I quickly let me tell you this story because this is a very AJ story. I had dinner with Coach Evan and Derek Kelly. This time last year, I forget where exactly, somewhere in Oregon or Washington. Went through the whole dinner. Introduced myself. He said Derek, didn't nothing clicked. Ate the whole dinner, and then at the end of dinner, I was like, "Oh, do you ride too?" And he goes, "Yeah, I race Supercross." I'm like, "What's your name?" He goes, "Derek Kelly." I was like, "Oh, oops,
What a
oops."
what a dick, dude.
I felt like such an a-hole because he had already at that time had some good Supercross results, like right before that too. But
He's good.
I just had no.
Freaking
He
AJ,
did
dude.
that. He did that at Straight Rhythm with Johnny Walker.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I asked. No,
We talked
I
for
asked
10
Johnny
minutes.
Walker if he's done Erzberg.
He's like, "Yeah, I've won it like 5 times." and AJ goes, "What's your name?"
Hey, come AJ. It has to be on purpose at this point, dude.
No, although actually now that I think of it, the amount of times that I've done that is hysterical. And the fact that I did that to Johnny Walker, had a full-blown conversation and go, "Oh, we got into a good conversation about how I wanted to do a team trip to Erzberg." And he was talking about it as if he had raced it. I'm like, "Oh, have you raced it before?" He goes, "Yeah, mate, I think I've won it like 6 times or something." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name?"
His girlfriend was just dying laughing because she's like,
Dude.
"Oh, it was so funny, dude. I just about fell over."
I
then,
picture AJ with this black shades on, like talking like to him from the side, like just being, cool guy in him.
Cool.
Oh, that's too funny. That's freaking
Look at
good.
Char.
Yeah, dude, he's looking racy, huh? For an old man.
Dang.
Dude,
He's in front of the PC bike.
How old is
Yeah.
Shar?
I don't know.
129.
He's got to be close to my age, I would guess.
Yeah, dude. He's been married for a while. He's been on multiple teams, couple top 10s outdoors, 450.
Cole Thompson, the guy that I scrubbed by in 8th.
Wow. No one remembers
So-
that. I
so-
feel like we're in a twilight zone where nobody ever brings that up, AJ.
It probably somehow didn't get aired or something.
It
Random.
did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there
There's
like a
like-
video of this out there somewhere?
I
Is there
know,
any
I-
proof
Uh,
that this
I gotta
happened?
find it.
There's gotta be. Just like this year, the first time I transferred straight through the heat, they had the transponders all messed up, so it didn't even say my name. It said I wasn't even in the heat race.
Yeah, I got about 13 different calls of like, what happened? Where is he? We're out there, man. Trust me, he's out there.
Wow, Jet looks so good.
I know. It's got to be boring for him at this point, right? Just riding by yourself.
Well, at least you can just enjoy the track, I will say I've been doing that a lot this year, where it's just been fun to ride the track.
Yeah.
That on and off triple looks fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, to answer your question about the whoops, riding a tall gear. One thing also we work on a lot of the dog pound, which it comes pretty natural to me, Jet and Hunter, but it's riding with a finger on the clutch. So a lot of the rookies, like Chance Hymas, when you first learned the whoops, would ride with a finger on the clutch. Oh, there's Benny saying congrats. That's cool. Benny doesn't ride with a finger on the clutch. Drew Adams doesn't ride with a finger on the clutch in the whoops. And what it does is it doesn't matter until you really, really need it. And when you have to save yourself in those situations, put the front tire exactly where you need to put it. So learning to ride with the finger on the clutch and the whoops is important. And then proper attack position. So footwork and like head position is really important. The common misconception with whoops would be that people think just go wide open and lean back. And obviously that's honestly the worst thing that you could possibly do.
Interesting.
This is why I hate watching the races live, because you got to watch commercials.
Yeah, it's annoying. Let's see. Let's go back to the chat. Make sure everyone in there is having a good time watching us be complete yahoos. Let's see. Jared saying the Moto Academy is a great place, good peeps, and great info. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate that, man. You know, I work hard to curate my stuff, and it's just, you know, I'm just the best there is in there, and you know, nobody can hang with my stuff, so I appreciate that.
Dave Drake's. You know, you think a lot like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Dave Drake's.
You know. Exactly. Oh, that's
Careful
awesome.
what you wish for, Jackson, because that's how I'm going to be talking in another 2 years.
Dude, I love
Forget
it.
the motocross.
I think it's the best. I think it's the best.
Oh, this is so
All
good.
right, guys, I'm making, by the way, can I just make a food recommendation quickly? Because
Go for it.
Dave's Killer Bread, their bagels, dude,
It's good.
unbelievable.
It's good stuff.
Cinnamon raisin remix. We're doing a little bagel action. Then we're gonna do what's that Irish butter called? Kerrygold butter.
Oh, Kerrygold's phenomenal.
And then honey. And then to top it off, this is the best snack of all time, by the way. And to top it off, I had a fan in Detroit, Canada, give me maple syrup. And I put a little bit of maple syrup on top.
Oh, okay.
He calls the dish diabetes.
It's
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh man. Everyone, before we kick over to the next one, I just want to say a shout out again to our great guest. We got the one and only AJ Catanzaro. We have Mr. Jackson E. He's in there as well. Katie here in here representing for all her Wisconsin homies, all her gang squad out there.
Yeah, we're just doing a quick cooking segment, and then we'll get right back to the racing.
Exactly. Shout out to our amazing sponsors who make this all possible: FXR Racing, Flow Vision goggles. They always hook us up. I stay kitted in FXR. It fits your boy awesome. Saves money in my wallet because it's not the most expensive stuff out there, but it's highly durable. I'm not buying new gear every single season. That stuff lasts me forever. I think it'll last you longer. because you're not built like a video vixen like me. So be sure to cop yourself some FXR gear, some Flow Vision goggles. Also,
Just use promo code Catanzaro.
Don't listen to that. Use the promo codes below in the description. Also, shout out to our common sponsor, for me and AJ, EVS. Those guys are phenomenal. Keep us protected. Their knee braces are some of my favorite I've ever worn. I love
Promo
it.
code AJCat330, EVSsports.com.
I mean, don't use AJ's, use mine. Also, shout out to Overshare Advice and Planning. Those guys will get you in financial form. They'll help you save money for racing, get your financials in order so that you can have a long and lasting career in moto, as well as the great folks over at Evans Power Coolant. And don't forget, guys, all of the great info and knowledge that you're learning from these experts that we have on the panel, you can apply at the highest level of the sport with the Collective Experience. Head to thecollectivexp.com, at thecollectivex on Instagram, where you can sign up to be one of our future interns, helping out with things like mechanic support, with content creation, team management, and so much more. We help people get careers in the sport that we all love every single day. We can make it happen for you. Thecollectivexp.com. Also, sign up for our ultimate fan experience with AJ Catanzaro that we have going on. It's phenomenal. We love it, and it's going to go great. So shout out to everyone involved with that as well. So, team, I mean, it's starting to be riding season, you know, for those of us who don't have a pro license like AJ and can travel the country racing dirt bikes. What's your favorite first ride thing that you guys all do? For me, it's breaking out new gear. Katie, we'll start with you. What's like your favorite like new riding season thing to do?
Honestly, if it's the first ride of the season, it's just shaking off the nerves and the rust, because I've been like not on two wheels for a couple of months. I mean, you know how that goes. Wisconsin, our winters are super long. So it's really just like going back out there, dusting everything off, and just getting out there and getting comfortable on the bike again. And obviously breaking out the new gear. I feel like every Christmas mom's like, you need more gear, right? And I'm like, yes, I do. Like, thank you.
Exactly. I'm right there with you. Jackson, what's yours, man?
Dude, I just want to ride. I don't have a routine. I don't have a goal. I have no there's no reason for my riding. I don't, I'm not racing. I'm not doing anything. So it's just like, I'm just excited to get back out there. I took the bike out today. So I 2 blocks away, there's a car wash. I don't have like a wash station at my house. So we just rip down the road and go wash them at the car wash.
Nice.
So we did that today on the way back. Like just that little bit of throttle therapy. Yeah. I'm just excited to ride. Our local track just underwent like a big redo. They like reverse directions and they put a bunch of work in over the last couple of weeks. They're getting ready to open up tomorrow. Nice. So it'll be cool to approach it like it's a new track, kind of treat it like a race weekend, go and roll a lap and then try to jump what you can. And then by lap 4, try to hit everything, get back into the flow of everything.
I love it. Yeah, you got to come down here and do some riding, man. We got some dope tracks in Texas. AJ, I guess you count for this question too. I mean, new race season for you is a little bit different than the rest of us. But what's the one thing you love doing? Whether it's new gear or new bike prep, one thing that you love doing with the start of the new season.
You want to know my answer, Dave Drakes?
What's your answer? I
mostly just look forward to reminding people how different things are.
Oh, I should have saw that coming.
New season,
new rolling,
more different each year.
Oh, I love it. I love breaking out the new rollie for the race season. It's always great, the new
his Louis Vuitton bracelet he wears, it costs him a 10th, but it's worth it. Costs him a 10th every lap.
Oh, I ruined it, by the way. I completely ruined it. Have any of you guys ridden the new Yamaha 450 yet?
I have not.
No.
I had the option last weekend, but I was too tired.
Was that what you were riding in that little whip video you had with that guy?
No, that was a 250. But the week before for San Francisco, I hopped on a brand new YZ 450.
How is it?
It was sprung for 290 pounds.
290?
Mm-hmm.
Dave, was that your bike?
He handed it to me, and every time I'll always have those guys give me the bike and be like, dude, it's sprung way too stiff. Like, you're gonna hate it. I'm like, I ride Supercross. Like, you don't know what suspension is. But this bike worked perfect. I don't know how. It was perfect. I didn't miss what Jackson said. I wish I heard it.
He's like, he's like, Dave, is that your bike?
Man.
So how was it? Like power wise, handling? How was it?
It was unbelievable. It was potentially the best bike maybe close to the best bike I've ever ridden. I was going triple double in this rhythm section that I thought was big. And on the 450, I hopped on it and I jumped 4. And then I came around the next lap and just jumped all 5 all in one. Like the bike was so fast that it was just like you could do. It was insane. It was actually insane how fast that bike was. And it handled amazing too. Super narrow. Yeah.
Holy crap.
It's sad that like I understand the investment like long term that Yamaha put into like when they flip the motor around, but it's sad that like they couldn't have done it at a worse time when Stewart was trying to do what he does, you know?
I know.
Like those first few iterations of that bike just were not good and they were not built for him. But it's like, man, you see like Tomac now, like it just he always looks like he has the best looking bike on the track. Like the way it just reacts and doesn't shake him and it's just unbelievable.
It's a really plush bike to ride. Even sprung at 280, it was. Yeah, Daniel's hair, he's going.
Dude, that's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's not great from the front, and then when he turns to look at Ricky, it's just like, good Lord, dude.
Yeah, looks like a toupee.
Jackson, you got to do a bit about him, man. You got to do like at least a 30-second something on his hair. It's too good
on
not
Daniel
to.
Blair. Yeah,
on Daniel Blair, man.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
looks like he
Jackson.
looks like he's late for his arrangement in New York. Oh wait, that's the other guy with the comb over. That's never mind.
Jackson, so people, you guys might not know this. He doesn't promote it well enough, and he should. Jackson is a phenomenal comedian. He does stand up, and dude, I watched like a minute of his act. Freaking hilarious! Like I'm a connoisseur of comedy. I absolutely love it. And I think all of our group is. Jackson is freaking hilarious. Like literally, I highly recommend you guys give him a follow. We're gonna link all everyone's IG and information below. We'll give you Katie's address and phone number. So you guys can go hang out with her. But be sure to check out Jackson's set. Jackson's set is phenomenal.
Plessinger has a rocket launcher. I don't know if you guys are caught up. I don't know what the hell.
He what?
Dave will get there in a minute. He's got that Texas Wi-Fi.
Texas.
Yeah, look at him.
Dude.
Oh, what the? Why did they give him that?
Because he's still mad about what happened a few weeks ago, so he's gonna go.
I would too. Dude, Katie has the biggest gun I have ever touched in my life. Her gun is like 6 feet long, dude.
I still have a picture of you on my phone. You're just like all happy and giddy. Like
I've never seen a gun that big. She can literally shoot down airplanes.
I mean, it's a very intimidating caliber, but I don't think you should shoot it at airplanes.
It's ridiculous.
Oh man.
I like how Plessinger just freaking shows up in KTM shirt with a mullet.
Has anybody seen or noticed? Has anyone noticed? Because like Coop and Webb are sharing Webb and Tomac are sharing the red plate. Has anybody noticed that Tomac's is a little bit different? It's nice and shiny.
Yeah, his is a little glittery.
It looks sick.
Yeah,
it's got a little sparkles.
I'm into it.
It bedazzled it.
It's a little shiny.
All right, Webb, rely on his craft. Did you guys watch or listen to the Webb Gypsy Tales podcast at all?
I just saw the clip.
How was it?
Don't know. Didn't listen to it.
He
don't have time.
He talked about the Roczen beef a little bit, just like
really
what flip that switch in them. That
man.
Yeah, that's a bad wreck. Holy moly.
That looks like he broke his elbow or mid-arm, which sucks.
Well, it's weird for them to splint it like right on the track like that. Like that was pretty quick.
Yeah, it is probably a good compound situation. It doesn't look great the way he hit. That sucks to be the best guy in the whoops a year ago.
See,
and then
like,
to be stuck on that
even
bike.
that, like, man, if he was on, like, you know, the reviews about the new Yamaha 450, like, if Craig was on that thing, I can't imagine how different his season would be.
He would have been a top 5 guy.
Yeah,
It just sucks because he had so much momentum, and then you get forced into a position where you have to take a deal that you can get. Therefore, you end up on a bike that like you don't necessarily want to be on. Not that I'm sure that bike's still good, but it's not like he'd be better than the Yamaha 100%. There's not even a question about it.
Sheesh.
Bloss has been killing it. Bloss qualified 12, Chisholm 11.
Dude, am I like a year behind you guys? God dang, we haven't even dropped the gate yet.
They're in the first turn right now. Colton Nichols.
Gotcha. I see freaking Sexton doing like his like psych up thing. I'm like, dude, if I did that in the gate, I'd shit myself. So if I was on the gate going, you're like, oh God, I had to run to the porta potty. Oh man, it's Tomax out front. Sheesh, that was quick, huh?
Yeah. See, what was my prediction?
No time.
Yeah, good for Colt.
Oh, actually, AJ, I've been wanting to ask you this for a little while. So obviously we see K-Rock is on the Suzuki, pretty solid bike. It looks like he's got some freedom to do what he wants to, update the chassis, suspension, whatever he wants to do. What do you think was like the it factor that helped him win a couple weeks ago, man? Like, and do you think he can regain that whatever that extra zhuzh to be able to make it happen again?
I think it's very track dependent. So it was such a technical track, like the most technical track of the season, probably.
Yeah.
And he just does well at those because he's more technically sound than the other guys. So you would think a track like this wouldn't be great for him, but now he's passing up a third. Roxon came and rode with us last week or week it must have been a week before that. And Jet was over 3 seconds a lap faster than Roxon.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it, you think?
Oh, I mean, Jet is just God level is what it is. But
jeez.
I was 0.5 off Roxon. So there's that.
Oh my gosh. On a
but
10
he was doing
track.
25. He was doing 20 he was doing 25-minute motos just the whole day. And
jeez.
Yeah.
That's elite.
It was hot. It was like 92 degrees. Wow. How about Webb?
Goodness gracious.
Okay, AJ, I have a question for you. Over the last because things are different this year. We can all agree. Things are different. All right.
Things are different.
What is the difference when it comes to like physically, like, because you've had in the years past, you've had like times of like sneaking into the LCQ or into the main events, but like getting that extra break in between the main or the heat and the main, like an advantage does that give you heading into the main events?
Well, that's what actually allowed. That was smart by Roxon. That is what actually allows you to start compounding momentum and like getting good results in the main, because when you are fighting for everything you have to make it to the LCQ and then you have to recover in like 7 minutes and go back out, it feels you don't have enough time, at least for somebody like me. I mean, doing it as a hobby, like I'm not in shape. I don't have time to work out. Like I'm exhausted the whole time. So when I have a break, especially if you're 250 heat 1, where I think both mains that I went through the heat this year, I was heat 1. Yeah. It felt like an eternity. And I was like, oh my God, I'm actually going to have energy in the main events.
That's all, because you really, I mean, there's not much time. And I mean, on TV, it might seem like you've got like 30, 40 minutes, but you really don't. Like by the time you get off the track, you go down to the, you go back to the truck, you get food, water, get your bike checked out, and you run back. I mean, that time's gone. You really don't have any time to rest.
Yeah, it goes really fast.
The last race. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the section after the finish just looks really fun to jump the over/under bridge and then scrub.
Did anybody see when Barsha put one of his hot laps down today? He scrubbed the over/under, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you do that on on a hot lap, like just throwing it upside down over the bridge.
Jackson, he did that over an overbridge. What year was that, AJ? It was like St. Louis or something, like 17 or 18. And dude, he got it like almost upside down. And like I took a video, and all you hear me doing is going, "Oh my god!" I think AJ was next to me. We're both like, "Did you see that?" Dude, I love watching Barsha. Yeah, hot tip for anybody who goes to Supercross race: watch Barsha in like free practice, timed. Like he just does, and he doesn't set up for it either. It's like he'll do just some weird, outrageously cool things here and there. It's super cool to watch him ride.
He's my favorite rider.
Anderson again. Is he going to take Anderson out again?
Oh, he's trying. How do they get traction so early in the corner, AJ?
Wow. Oh.
Wait, don't say anything.
That was nice.
That was like 3 textbook like corners of like how you should stay up and race. Like that was a masterclass. That was unreal.
Watch Sexton though in the rhythm sections. What he does is he stands up. He's trying to stand up before he jumps these 3 ends, so he doesn't have to seat bounce. And when Sexton lands in between rhythm sections, he charges in between faster than anybody. I swear that's where he makes up a lot of his time.
Jeez,
it's crazy watching him land in between rhythms. Where like some guys will hang up wheels and kind of like drop it in the pocket and take the time. It's amazing that Webb could even just keep up with these guys, to be honest.
Let's see. Going back to the chat, John Schneider says some people weren't born when AJ had his best ride. Let's see. He's also saying East is more fun. Jet is too good. We got
Does
some more
Webb have a freaking?
His pants are undone. Looks like he's got toilet paper hanging out the back of his pants.
That's annoying in Supercross too. So that means his pant buckle blew out, which means that every time he goes to seat bounce, his pants are sliding under his butt.
Yeah,
which is actually
is Webb the only professional motocross / Supercross athlete in the elite tier that has a double chin?
Oh man,
that's so mean.
But that's awesome. Like he's the everyman. But like you think if you train at Baker's factory, like they're not allowed to have a noodle and they ride a century every day. Like how do you still have a double chin? It's incredible.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
He's got the best metabolism for motocross, which is just he's got a really slow metabolism.
Wait, slow is good?
Yeah, 100%. Like,
oh, dude, then I'm Stewart. Then I'm good.
My metabolism.
I'm still breaking down burgers from last week, man.
Like Stewart, slow metabolism. Think about it. Carmichael, slow metabolism. The difference is the new guys, like the Sextons and the Jets, are more fast twitch. Tomac is as well.
You know what? I never thought about that because like as soon as they retired, both Stewart and Carmichael got chubby. They got
Reed.
That's funny. I never thought about that.
Yeah, Reed. All of those guys are Grant Langston. All of them are naturally kind of bigger guys. Cooper Webb. Look at Cooper Webb's dad. Look at Jason Anderson's dad. They're huge dudes. So they all have slow metabolisms, which is good.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
You
got the better build than I do.
Yeah, you just got to unlock your hips, dude, and then you're golden.
Yeah, that and just keep my elbows up. I think if AJ was allowed to hit kids during his classes, I would be black and blue all day. Dude, AJ would be pounding me in the freaking elbows, dude, with a baseball bat, dude. Just like I could see how angry he gets watching me ride.
Dave Drake's still to this day is never put his elbows up.
I try. I literally try to do it. Nothing.
Grant Harlan in 12th.
Should we invite Dave Drakes out to film the inaugural season of Too Hot to Handlebar, AJ?
Yes, 100%. Dave needs to be a part of that.
Should we let Dave in on what that is? Or do you want to
Jackson, you
keep
could
that
probably do a
on
better
lock?
job explaining it than I could.
Okay. Well,
Holy head shake.
everybody's familiar with the hit net, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Too
Don't
hot to
lie.
handle. Too hot to handle. We all know.
We all know. Okay. So the basic premise is there's a big pot of money, no PDA, no touchy feely, and you get to keep all the money. We want to do the same thing, but with riding technique. So AJ is going to have us all out. We're going to shoot a season of us doing different challenges, riding, lap time battles, short races, and marathon sprints, and all those kind of things. And he's going to have a big pot of money, and he's just going to burn some every time someone dabs their foot, every time someone drops an elbow. All right. Every time someone's just riding with their hunchback and knees bent.
Oh,
so
geez.
Dave, you got to come win
All
some
right.
of AJ's money.
I'll
Get in on that.
I'll book some flights.
And it's called Too Hot to Handlebar.
Done
Too
deal.
hot to handlebar.
We got it. I'll be there. I'll break out some fresh gear for it. Oh, man.
Roxon's. That was Barsha.
Yeah.
Dude,
Honestly,
Barsha,
I think it's the layout.
No, dude. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, but Barsha's
just-
been fast like the last 4 rounds.
No,
Like,
no,
really
not-
fast.
I meant for Roxon. Like Barsh is always going to be
Oh,
there.
okay.
He's always looking solid. But like the track just looks fun and flowy, and that's kind of like a Roxon style track where it's not super techy. Things flow. You can kind of like carry momentum around the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely-
AJ, question for you: does it bug you when guys are successful with bad technique? When your whole life and business is centered around like, you guys, you got to ride this way. It's the way to ride. It's safe. It's fast. It's the way to do it. And then like to have these people that you could just point at and be like, look at him, elbows down, knees tucked, and he's flying. Is that kind of like, come on, dude?
It's so few and far between, really.
Who was it?
yeah.
I mean, wait, it's Villo and who else? Like, I don't.
Well, I mean, any guy that you can point at that has some things fundamentally wrong have more of the things right than they have wrong. So you could go through the whole list. Like Tomac does some stuff really weird. Webb footwork would be one thing that stands out as wrong. Barsha, knees go in front of the foot pegs all the time. He uses the clutch way too much. Roxon's pretty darn good. Sexton, best in the world technique wise. Anderson does some weird stuff. He pushes the bike under him too much. Like his head aims the wrong direction a lot of times. Sansorello, elbow issue. Nichols pretty good. Plessinger, footwork. Like each person, you can probably name a couple of small things.
Wilson has a hole in his butt.
Wilson's got pretty good technique. Benny Bloss, pretty good technique.
Jackson, just move to Texas, dude. Move to Texas, man. Come on.
Dude,
This track looks after. This track definitely, other than even the dirt doesn't look bad though. Oh boy,
it looks slippery.
Ooh.
What is it about?
Man,
what is it about? Man, he's
racy with it. Yeah, scrubbing things.
Oh.
All right, this is where it gets scary. Having a lap.
There it is.
Or a pass guy.
There it is. Wow.
Wait, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Man.
Oh,
Roxon in the last turn. Name a better duo.
Who is that?
wow.
Rodriguez.
Damn.
That was sick. Tomac's like, are they cheering for me?
Oh, come on. Oh, close.
Yeah. I like the shiny. I like the red on Tomac's number plate.
Oh, this track looks slippery, man.
And oddly,
what
I
is it
like
about
green gear with the blue boots, kind of.
Oh, okay. There we go. Damn.
Jeez,
still
Dave,
catching
you
up.
are so far behind.
I know, dude. I know. I'm trying. I'm like, I'm refreshing and everything too, man.
Man,
Oh,
and
Texas
this dirt shark Sexton thing visually looks so nice.
Oh my gosh,
he did.
It was insane.
And that kit that he's wearing with that orange clay. Looks so good.
No, I definitely agree. Let's see. We're gonna go back to the chat. Let's see. Bobby's saying he's afraid to check his fantasy. I definitely agree. Daniel Evans is saying, is that famous Jackson? Of course it is, man. It's the one and only. Shout out to Taylor. Taylor Jones is in here saying AJ and his wrist candy with the Rolly on display. Let's see.
Well, you guys got to understand, he's given up. He's retired and he's moving to the south of Florida, which is just where people go to wear nice wristwear and live in a beach condo surrounded by old people.
Oh my gosh!
How much IRE I feel like since I've moved here the last 3 or 4 days.
Oh my gosh!
Insane. I'm so retired with it. It's nuts.
That's
dude.
Funny.
He's gonna show up. We're gonna be like, we'll meet you in New York, and he'll be like, sure thing. I'll get my sailboat around.
I'm not even gonna make the night show in Atlanta. I'm gonna be so slow on that shit.
Let's see. Bry High Go Dog is in here also. Shout out to them. Let's see. Bobby saying Dave's 2 minutes behind. Oh my gosh. Billy's in here saying Dave will set the record for most improved in the show. Probably, I hope so. I got to improve, man. I got to. I've been riding for too long to not be better.
that just for men brush though.
Let's see. Firewall saying always bet on Tomac when he's got the blue boots. I can't lie. I can't deny that one. That's a solid take right there.
I always feel like the inverse look the best on like Yamaha and Honda. Like the Hondas always look sick with the blue boots, and I like the Yamahas with the red boots.
Ooh, yeah, okay. I can see that. What about Cowies?
Cowies are stupid, man.
Oh, that's rude.
I'm just kidding. No.
Oh,
well,
I'm leaving.
I don't like the red boots on Cowies because it looks like Christmas. But I like
Cowie's
the blue
cool.
boots on Cowies.
Yeah.
AJ, why can't we see your video feed?
What about now?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, sorry. Wipe to the side so I could see the screen better, but it must have took away my. Yeah, dude, I'm trying to watch it on my little phone screen. So your guys' box, I have to move it around the whole time the race.
You
is
can
going,
make it
depending on where the
smaller.
buttons
Like
are.
if you pinch it with your fingers, you
Oh,
can make the
heck
box
yeah.
smaller.
Nice. Okay, that worked.
Grandpa AJ, man.
Yeah, Dave's 2 minutes behind. AJ's in 2001.
AJ's like, what is? It's like, how the fuck? I can pinch it. What's the? Hold on, wait, what?
The
I can
TV in
pinch.
here. Smart TV. I'm looking at 55 plus community.
Oh my gosh. Oh, AJ, by the way, when you see Allie, give her a hug for me. She literally saved me $30,000
On the whole furniture.
On all of it, dude. That woman is a saint.
She knows what she's doing.
She is Mary's favorite person. So shouts out, dude. Shout out to the Alley Cat. Guys, again, thank you for tuning in. We got the one and only AJ Catanzaro in here. We got Jackson, my favorite comedian. He's all the way from Canada. He's in here as well. You know him from Moto Academy. And we got one of my bestest buddies also, Miss Katie Parrill, racer, rocket scientist, pilot, the whole deal. She can do it all. Bad gun owner. She's the whole thing.
Bad gun owner makes me sound like I'm a bad.
Yeah.
Badass gun owner. Sorry.
It sounds like she's
she's
losing it all the time.
just lighting off ammo in the parking lot,
She's using it as a flashlight. She's just
using it as a flashlight.
I'm a good gun owner. Stop.
He's looking at some flashlights.
Dude, turkey with me and get his hair done.
Say it again.
Tomac needs to make the. Oh my God, that'd be. Jackson, are you in sync with me?
Yeah,
I'm watching the BMX right now. Yeah.
Oh my God, a front flip.
Jeez, that's gnarly.
Oh, that's
Would
pretty
you guys-
sick.
You're cutting out.
Would you guys hit those on a bicycle?
Oh yeah.
Hit it on a
Nope.
bicycle? I don't think so.
Nope.
Dave Drake,
We gotta get
on a bike.
some Surons going.
I'm okay on a bike. Yeah. Hey, I'm working on it, Jackson. Trust me. I'm working on it, buddy.
Oh yeah, with Vulcan there.
Yeah, I'm working on it. We'll talk offline, but yeah, I'm working on something for you
Okay.
guys.
Hey, Mr. Dave Drakes.
Yes, sir.
So we kind of, I feel like a lot of people are familiar with like the racers race day, you know, but like you're heavily involved with like a lot of teams and a lot of programs at the races. So what's your race day looking like? Because like, I feel like you got a lot of irons in the fire.
Dude, it's pretty insane, honestly. So I get in about 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. Well, this is what it feels like. I get in super late after I have my last meeting at like 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. here. So then I hope, hot ass over to the airport. But like in the morning, man, I mean, honestly, first thing I do when I get there is I check in with any fans or interns that might be there. Usually the interns get there first. So I'll introduce them to the teams. I'll check in with the teams, see if there's anything that they need from me content wise, an extra hand around the pits, anything like that. I usually have 1 or 2 riders that don't have a mechanic. So I'll usually kind of run around and sprint and, I'll be their impromptu mechanic until like an intern or someone else arrives for them. If not, I'm with them through the whole day. Usually I'll head over to AJ's, say good morning, everybody, because he gets their superstar time, like right before the races start. So then I'll make sure that AJ's got his fans going, that they're all situated and solid. I'll run around, get some content. I'll check in with the other teams to make sure that they're solid, see what they need. Everyone's got the form signed. And then pretty much I'm like wrangling the whole day. So I'm showing people, the different rigs, doing rig tours or watching practice with them and breaking down what each rider is looking for and what they're doing, answer all their questions. Grabbing more content of the fans, grabbing content of AJ, grabbing content of the other riders, and pretty much doing that and just shuffling that around the entire day. And man, it never stops. It is a full-time.
So at what point in the day can you just like, all right, like there's no fires to put out, I can chill now? Or does that happen for you?
It used to be up until this year, pretty much like after the when the opening ceremonies kicked in, we kind of all just sat down, watched the races, stuff like that. But now that AJ's like riding like a freaking pro rider this year, dude, I'm hustling back and forth to the pits now that we're making it out of the heats. But I mean, honestly, I'd say maybe after the LCQs is when we can finally kind of take a little bit of a breather, just watch the mains, enjoy the races with the fans or with the teams a little bit and kind of like decompress. But then after that, man, we're all back in the pits, helping with teardown, doing the final goodie bag giveaways and all that other stuff, man. So I have a small window of kind of relaxing,
Cool. I want to know which 50 kid is like 3 lanes ahead of the rest of them. Can you guys see the KTM minis race?
No,
I'm on a commercial.
It's a good race.
Man,
actually, one of my the little kids that ride at my local track, he's actually at this one. Like he's
nice.
doing the KTM SX experience, which is cool.
That's super cool, man.
How are you watching it? Why am I at a commercial?
I have the international broadcast, like the feed. So it's like, it's their own streaming service. It's only available outside the States. Actually, when I was in the States, it was frustrating because I tried to log on and it wouldn't let me because my IP address was in the States. So it wouldn't let me watch it there. But yeah, they don't, in between, like when you guys have commercials, they just go to like a Nest Cam way up in the corner of the stadium. So you can see, like I was telling them before, like I can watch, what's it called? I can watch like opening ceremonies and stuff like that and all the little bits between the races.
Supercross. What type of nonsense is freaking MC going to talk about this weekend?
Riding dirt bikes is like, it's really fun. You're out there, you're twisting the throttle, wheels are spinning. Dirt bikes have tires.
Science.
They're talking about the ventilation in the boots.
Oh,
science.
Oh my, science.
All of the science of Supercross is a giant ad spot for whoever.
Exactly.
It just.
Well, let's shell some dollars out there, AJ, and get your ad spot. There you go.
Yeah, hey, that'd be cool. But do it like dodgeball and like the Globo Gym guys are doing his walkthrough. We're better than you, and we know it. It's like super fit black dudes all doing jumping jacks behind you. Just a line of ripped black dudes all oiled up, just fucking doing this and like dirt bike gear.
Wow, that's actually a funny stuff for an ad of some sort.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Okay, so we got a question for you, AJ. John Schneider in the chat is saying, question for AJ. How is it possible for Morans to pull 2 hole shots against the factory machines?
Oh, he's just got a fast bike. It's easier to get a good start in the 450s on a privateer 450 versus a factory 450. Your horsepower or your power is not going to be that much different, if honestly, if at all. The factory 450s, where they have the advantages, a lot of R&D and testing just in their ECUs and like how the power would come on. Mm-hmm. But as far as horsepower goes, it's much closer. We're like 250, good luck. Usually, man, that pile up in that rhythm section was
now that you know that Robinson's is down there from the beginning, that is rough to watch.
Oh,
do you think
what, rewind that. Watch, Robertson gets up from under the pile of bikes and then stands up and takes one step, and when he puts weight on his leg, he collapses to the ground.
Oh, that's
watch this back. And watch how when he goes to step, he literally collapses and then waves at somebody to go get over to them.
Ooh, that happened to me at Southwick one year. The year I tore my liver open, I stood up because I literally thought I was sleeping in my own bed. I was like, man, my bed is really hard. I looked up, I'm like, shit, I'm racing. I stood up, felt my liver, and then like collapsed.
I've never felt my liver, so I assume it's just not good. If you can feel your liver,
it literally just feels like somebody was stabbing me in like the side, like the intestines.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe you were like holding it, like you found your liver. You're like,
no.
God, I was put it back.
I was like, dude, it feels like somebody's stabbing me, and I'm like, little did I know, I was also like peeing blood at the time. I was like, man, my boots are really wet. What's going on? Just filling with pee and blood.
It is a weird thing, because sometimes right when you hit the ground, you get really, really messed up. Sometimes it takes a second to figure out that you got really messed up.
Or that you're Supercross.
Or that you're racing in my dude. I thought I was sleeping. I'm like, dude, why is it so noisy here in my room, man?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Would you say?
Why isn't that a science of Supercross? Like, all right, you're gonna think you're laying in your bed, but you're actually pissing blood.
I got knocked out. So like when I was waking up, I was like, oh, like I literally thought I was like waking up in my room, but I woke up on the track, and like it took me a minute to get used to the things, and I was like, oh shit, I'm racing. And I went to go stand up to run off the track, and then I like collapsed, and then of course they're like, hey, we want to lifestar you out, and Tony's like, nope, we're gonna drive him an hour to the hospital, hit every stoplight. And every pothole, and like flirt with the receptionist and waste time. Typical Tony stuff.
Was she hot?
No, dude. My dad has zero standards. My dad, dude. if you have a pulse.
Oh, you're talking about your dad,
dude. No, it's my dad, dude. If you have a pulse, Tony Drake's is on you, man.
I don't know what you're doing after this, but I don't think I'll have anything going on.
Dude, I brought him to Katie's house when he visited 2 years ago. I don't think he made eye contact with her once. Dude, Tony is a straight dude. He just loves chicks. Absolutely loves chicks.
I don't know if you take that as a compliment after you're just like, yeah, he'll
that's
like
really
hit on
flattering.
Like, no. I mean,
proof, like, look at this, like he hit on her.
No, I mean, he's also man. Like he loves women. Sorry, he loves. Katie, you're a flower. You're a flower.
I don't know what that means.
Dude, watch that back. That was hard.
You know I love you, Katie. You know what I mean. Uh-huh. All right, so that's been the live watch party.
Just throws his computer off the desk.
Oh, I know. Just lights it on fire, you know. Oh man, That's funny.
Dude, so many commercials. This is kind of the problem with the Triple Crown format, is it creates I feel like there's, when you watch it on TV normally, is there this big of a gap between any of the races, or do all the races keep coming at you?
It sure feels like there's a big gap between races.
There's a huge gap.
It feels like a long time.
Yeah, there's a huge gap between
for,
races.
For all of them, like even at
Yeah.
the normal rounds there is. Okay.
Yeah.
I never
Shout out to we got Pat Galster in here, man. Shout out to Pat Galster, a buddy from Mototown days. AJ, we used to race him, man.
12.
Number 12, yeah, dude.
Wow.
Pat showing up in here. What's going on, brother? Hope all is well, man. Those were the days, man.
Remember that. Number 12 on a Cowie.
On a Cowie. We were all on Cowies. I mean, really, it's 50-50 Cowie or KTM. But yeah, man. Those were the days. We used to have so much fun, man.
I'm gonna build. I've been saying this for a while, but I will be the person to do it. I'm gonna build a. It's gonna have to be a bubble, but I'm gonna build an indoor place in Massachusetts.
You have to.
I have to, because
that was just like, think about like the formative years that those were for us, man. Like not only like, you know, like meeting friends and all that other stuff, but like just the advantage we had of being able to ride all year long in the middle of New England and like hone Supercross specific skills. I mean, you can't get that.
Was sick at first too. Lucas Myrtle just texted me and he goes, "Where's Cam?" I forgot to tell Lucas that Cam wasn't going to film Jet today at all, because oops.
Jeez.
Oopsie daisy. Where's Cam? And I love how he just now realizes they go all day. The first main event's over, and now Lucas is like, "Where's Cam?"
Hey, is there somebody should be here?
It's because it's going well. Like Jet just walked through that first main.
Yeah.
So here's a question for Triple Crown specific. Do you guys, like, this will be interesting from like a fan perspective and AJ's perspective too, but like, do you guys think there should be any kind of point reward for winning a main event in a Triple Crown aside from like the final tally on the night? Like, it seems weird that you could win one of them, because it is like they call them main events, like it's a Triple Crown main event, but like you don't get any point reward,
season point or something. Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, like even if they did 3, 2, 1, you know, for the first top 3 positions or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like an adder, like a bonus adder or something.
Dude, what is this? This looks like somebody's doing a freaking slideshow in 7th grade.
Here I am. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Wow. really good format what they're doing right now.
Well, things are just different over at the Moto Academy this year.
I guess, man. Things are just they're just so different. Oh, that's funny.
So how did you guys know each other, just because of racing, or did you guys did you grow up in the same area, or is it just, did you guys meet because of racing?
No, yeah.
Dave and AJ. Yeah.
Dave, did we meet at Rocky Hill or at Mototown?
No, we met at Rocky Hill. I think it was I was on Super Minis and you were on 85s or something, right?
So yeah, Jackson, we met at the track, and we were at the track all the time together.
Yeah,
all the time. Like, I felt like we were both there. From my memory, it seems like it was 5 days a week. Like, how many days a week were you at the track?
Dude, every day. Especially once my dad met AJ's dad. Dude, they were like this. They were like,
oh yeah.
Whenever AJ would show up, like, I had to be there for whatever reason. I don't know. But like, I would do all of the regionals and races that AJ did, and I had no business being in these races. I told my dad this multiple times, and like, to the point where like we were at Loretta's regional, and AJ comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, like, why are you here?" It was like we were on the line. It wasn't like sign up. We were on the line. I'm getting psyched up. He's like, "Hey, why are you here?" And I was like, "Oh well, that's good for my confidence."
Oh, dude, that's brutal.
It's so bad. It was so bad.
regional was that? Was that Steel City by chance or no?
No, it was or sorry, no, it was the area. It was the Southwick area.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, Dave, I think Drew Adams said the same thing to AJ when he rolled up to the dog pound this year. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I love it. Whoever has 300 in a Cowie in Supercross this year is really throwing me off because I keep thinking Drew Adams went pro, and it's really messing with me, man.
Oh, that kid's been riding good too. Whoever it is,
Yeah,
Addison. He
that's
made a
why.
main, or
That's
two
why I
mains.
keep thinking it's him, man.
Can we talk about Drew Adams, like whip knack that he just has in his back
Ooh.
pocket?
Dude.
Is that dude? I saw that clip and I didn't see that it was him, and I was like, "Holy crap, that is stanky!" And then I saw it was him, and he's like 13 years old. It's like I just when you see something like that, it's hard not to just like, well, I'll sell my bike and just try to golf full time now.
You know what's even worse is Adam Cianciarulo. No one ever brings this up. He went from a super mini straight to like the pros essentially, or he did the Monster Energy Cup. And dude, like literally the day he got off the super mini, went to a 250F, had a video of him just going absolutely insane at
I remember that.
It was so, and me and my buddy Manny, we watched that and we were like, why do we even do this sport? Like we're pouring everything we have into being better dirt bike riders. And this kid just got on a big bike and is like lights out fast. We're like, you know what? We should just quit, dude. Like, I'm gonna take up rollerblading or something.
It's crazy
you
how
guys
fast
would have grown up like your guys' years of like Loretta's, like you would have been riding with like the top guys that are there now. What's the age range where you start to see people separate? And like what's the latest that you've seen someone like, but like what's the oldest kid that you saw like all of a sudden be like a serious contender and threat?
You go first, AJ.
Let's see. So you see separation really, really young. Like the guys, Roxon, Tomac, Anderson, you name any top guy, they were in my Barsha. They were in either my year, 1 year younger, 1 year older, give or take. So I would erase them all the way through my amateur career. If you go back through results at Loretta's, Mini-O's, all of those guys were top 3 guys on 50s all the way through. Nothing ever really changed. It's not, I can't think of a situation like where all of a sudden we were on 50s, on 60s, on 80s, and then all of a sudden somebody just popped out of nowhere. Or on big bikes.
I can name one.
Who?
Dungy. We didn't know about Dungy until Loretta's 125 class.
Yeah, but I was too young. I don't remember that happening.
You were on 85s that year, weren't you? 85.
Yeah. Over? I just don't remember ever hearing of Dungy until he was pro.
Exactly. So, well, that's what I'm saying. That's the only time I heard Dungy's name, because before that it was like Stroop, Osborne, Izzy. We knew about those guys, and they were in his class, and that literally in Lemoyne. His title came down to him, Lemoyne, Stroop, and Osborne, and Dungy took the win. And out of nowhere, and everyone was like, "Who the heck is this Dungy kid?" And then next week he gets a ride with DeCoster. So that's one that stands out to me, honestly. The latest.
Was Nicoletti in any of those classes at Loretta's that year?
I think he was like the A class. I don't think he was in the schoolboys.
I would have loved to know Nicoletti as like a teenager, because I still think he would have been like, "Get off my lawn!" Like he still would have had like,
oh, definitely old guy energy,
old man energy.
Yeah.
I love Nicoletti. He's awesome. I'm trying to think of like any other situations where there'd be maybe somebody that popped in or got better, like really deep into the ride. It's almost like Olympic gymnasts. Like you have to be really, really good, really, really young. Right?
Yeah.
To be a top guy, it's almost like there's not even another option.
Was that team always running shot gear?
This interview is hilarious. Hang on, I want to. It's it's Nicoletti talking about him dating Enzo Lopes' sister.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Are they together?
He goes,
Yeah.
he didn't know for a little while, and then he starts laughing.
I think they're engaged.
Hey, so let me ask you this, AJ, and anyone can feel free to chime in. Who's
If you
like
had to date a racer sister, just kidding. Go ahead.
No, actually
Enzo goes, I don't know what she sees in him, to be honest.
that's actually a much better question, Jackson. Who, if you could rate any racer sister, who would it be?
That's an epic. That's what they should be freaking doing these. That was a great bit.
AJ,
Yeah.
you already know my answer, dude.
What was the question?
Which racer sister would you want to date the most?
Oh, who was yours, Dave?
Anybody, absolutely anybody. Wait, hold on, wait. Anyone that Rami Elvis has in his pits, I'll take him, dude. Rami, literally, it looks like Miss United States pageant under his tent. Dude, I love Rami. That's my boy. Every woman he has around him looks like a freaking 10 out of 10.
What was that, dude? Jet must be like, get these guys away from me.
Woo. Bolin just throwing it in there.
Those whoops are getting edgy too.
All right, on my screen, Jet's just getting his boots on. So,
Oh my god.
So we're gonna see. Jet's
playing pinball, man. Jeez.
I think Volan's gonna crash in the whoops. Are we? They're hitting the triple right now. Jackson, are you synced up with me? Anybody?
Oh,
They're in the split lane for me.
Okay, split lane. Yeah.
Sketchy. I'm going over the triple right now into the whoops.
Dave.
they're just letting fans in on my screen. So hold on, I'll catch up.
It's just so funny that.
Wait, how am I before Dave?
They just opened the pits up, so I'll catch up soon.
It's just funny
This
that
is
it's
just the
your
national
show,
anthem.
and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
National anthem. Oh man.
Okay, somebody's gonna
Jeez.
crash in the whoops.
Did Kitchen
Who's it
just
gonna
throw a
be?
whip?
Kitchen's got good footwork in the whoopie deuce.
I don't know, man. That was like 2 laps ago.
Yeah, I like the Volan's gear on the KTM. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
good.
you know what? We're talking about gear, so let me start by introducing. You might have heard this one, AJ. Our coveted drip check. Our drip check is where we highlight one racer of the race, and we talk about how cool their gear is, what they're wearing, and if we would rock the same thing. Drip check is one of our favorite segments, so we'll get into it right now. We'll start with you, Katie. Who should get the drip check award in your opinion for tonight?
Oh, yeah. Actually, sitting here watching Voland, I really like his gear. And I think
Yeah.
AJ pointed his gear out at the beginning of this, like when he first lined up. And I think he's right. Voland looks awesome in that gear.
Okay, all right.
AJ's furiously texting Kenny Day right now. Like,
I know.
Right.
Where can I get this?
I've made 4 main events this year. Where is my gear?
You know, it looks good with the gear too. Is the
Made
white
4
gloves, white boots.
White gloves, white boots.
I think I'm just
Yeah.
liking like how just bright it is, how white everything is.
The white boots, white gloves scream, I get free gear.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I go to
Yeah,
that being
dude,
muddy
yeah.
and dirty and gross forever.
If you play hockey and someone's wearing white gloves,
Uh-huh.
dude, that guy's getting an elbow to the ear.
Oh, what? Really?
That-
Is that disrespectful?
That's like,
Wait, why?
yeah,
What's-
yeah. It's just like a very like, look at me. I'm very,
Oh.
I got the showy hands. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh.
There's certain tells.
Gotcha. So I'm used
I
to
like
being
that.
I'm used to being really flashy with my gear, like bright. You guys all know bright pink, blues. I love pink, gold, and I did some boxing, and I was told by my boxing instructor, like, hey, get some gloves. I'm thinking I can do the same thing with moto, right? Like real bright pinks and blues.
Oh
and
yeah.
I show up with these spangly pink and
Dude,
gold gloves.
yeah.
These like, take those off right now. You will get beat to shit if you don't. And I was like, and here I am. I'm like, sorry, geez, like trying to get those things off, and yeah, I had to get some.
Dave
Like,
just shows up with some bedazzled gloves. He's got
Dude.
freaking the boxing shorts with the high waist thing.
Dude, I'm just so used to like being flashy for
The
moto and
tassels.
stuff, man. The tassels. Brought my own ring girl with me. Oh yeah, it was embarrassing. It was definitely embarrassing.
Ripping.
Oh my gosh, dude, Hampshire's looking pretty solid out front. AJ, what's the one downfall to Hampshire's game? He's been a pro for a minute. I don't know why he doesn't have a title. Like, what's the one thing that Hampshire needs to work on in order to be able to like be where he should be at this point in his career?
Well, I mean, his footwork isn't amazing, but his upper body needs a lot of work. Like when he sits, he pulls with his forearms completely, so his elbows are down all the time, and it makes him fall left and right really easy. When you watch Jet ride, it's really upright when he sits, and he just has like his abs tight, his elbows up, so it just makes it so that he doesn't really make mistakes. If he does make a mistake, his foot might dab, but he'll go back to the foot peg. Where Hampshire will just end up on his head before like you even realize it's a mistake.
Jeez,
it's a simple concept, but unfortunately, a lot of people, like when they turn pro, they just don't take the time. They don't have the patience to slow down for a month or a couple of months or 6 months or a year.
I feel like that was the story of his outdoors last year, because like he had crazy speed, but just like his upper body was failing him hard. Like he was getting himself in a lot of trouble because he was like dipping and diving.
Yeah, when you're riding that fast and trying to keep up with somebody like Jet, I mean, it's actually amazing that he does as well as he does, to be quite honest. I mean, he's 2.6 seconds up right now. Jet's 6 down, although Jet literally looks like he's not even trying.
Yeah. So what's the game plan for Jet right now? Like, is like those guys?
Well, he only cares about.
Say
Jet does not care about race wins whatsoever. He doesn't care about the ego part of it. He doesn't care if anybody beats him. He believes that he's so much better than everybody that he doesn't even care if they beat him.
Yeah.
So that's what's interesting. Where like James Stewart would risk his life every race to win each race individually, no matter what. Jet doesn't care about individual races at all. He only cares about the championship. So he'll straight up go 3 in this moto and get third in the last one, and he wouldn't really even care.
Really?
Yeah. He'd
That's
consider
really
that a good day.
That's really mature of him for a young kid like that. That's super mature.
Do you guys not feel frustrated sometimes when you see some of the chatter online? Like, and I know the deep dark dungeons of online chatter is where good intentions go to die, but like, it truly feels like Jet was created in a lab to help take our sport to the next level. And people are still mad, like they still find issues and problems with how he talks and what he says. Like, simple things like, I wish I've seen it for years. People talk about like, oh, I wish riders would be more open and honest. Like if there's a problem, or if there's a problem with the bike, or if there's this and that. And it's like, or if they have beef with another rider and like all these kind of things. And it's like, Jet does that, and they're like, wow, that's really immature of him to like call out other people. And it's like, this is what we've been waiting for and
that's
asking.
What you wanted.
Like,
yeah.
And the speed and the skills to back it up. Like, it's not like he's just a mouthpiece. Like, he's phenomenal.
I agree.
Who's that? Slopes? Yeah, that'll always happen. It's just low level people. They'll complain about anything. In talking with Jet's obviously quite a bit more immature than Hunter's, a lot more mature than Jet is.
Right.
But they all think the same way. It's just easier to have a conversation with Hunter about, he can explain better like his thoughts. I had a really interesting conversation with them the other day. Really interesting. And Hunter, they think they're high level. They're not just fast on a dirt bike. The whole family, they operate and they think differently than the average person does. So it's frustrating when you get to that point, because then for them, they take it personally. Like they see the stuff being written and they get a little frustrated by it, because I think they are hurt by like the inside industry media kind of feeding into that crap, you know?
Mm.
Okay,
Man.
if he's not freaking knocked out, then I've never seen somebody knocked out in my life.
Yeah, that was weird.
Did you
He
just
probably
see
thinks-
that freaking wobble?
Yeah, he thinks he's in his bed, and he's like, "Man, my bed's
Oh
really
my
hard."
God.
My dad's about to catch every light on my way to internally bleed on the
Yeah.
highway.
I'm pissing
Even-
blood. That's what he's going through right now.
Oh
that was the
God.
worst part, man. Peeing blood. That was awful.
Oh,
I started-
he probably washed the front after those whoops and hit his head so freaking hard.
Ooh, he's wobbling.
Dave, come on, keep up.
Dude, fire at Will says fire at Will says I'm watching A1. Oh, geez.
No, that over under bridge after the finish looks fun.
It looks slippery, dude.
Dave's watching the Glendale Triple Crown. He's like, "Oh my God, Freezy just took out Craig." He's like,
Oh man. That's hilarious.
Yes, Jess just cruising in third. That's so funny. I mean, that's just so
Ooh,
interesting.
this is a good one. So Bobby's saying, Dave, can you guys discuss about the electric bikes and if there's going to be a class for them? I would like to hear your thoughts. You know what? Yeah, let's definitely do a roundtable. Katie, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the electric bike scene? You think we'll get our own class?
I mean, it depends. Are we going to get a company that makes a good competitive electric bike? I mean, I know that Varg bike, like that is a very promising bike, but there's no like big bike, like full size bike. I mean, like the little like SE5, whatever KTM's little guy bike is, like, yeah, that thing's awesome, but I don't think there's anything like big bike worthy that we could have a good competitive class with, unless you have everyone on the same bike, which I mean, cool, that's cool too. But I would like to see it down the line, get us a few manufacturers making them good competitive bikes, and I can see it happening for sure.
Are you working on an electric bike for right now?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, dude, that's what we do, right?
So Katie works for Harley. She's one of the design engineers for them. So she's working on all cool, innovative products. So I always like to bug her and see what she's got cooking. Jackson, we'll kick it over to you, man. What are your thoughts on the whole electric bike scene?
I love it. I think just because like I look at it from a different angle. Like I have kids, and I think like what used to be like the starter bike was like the PW50 with training wheels, but now with like the Stasics and how you can go from those straight into like an electric 50 is such an awesome program. And I just feel like I don't know about like the racing. I can't commentate on like the elite side of the racing. I feel like it might go the way of kind of Formula One, where Formula One, their premier class is still a motor vehicle, but they have an electric series that's a separate thing altogether, you know, like the Formula One or Formula E, I think it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's a separate thing altogether. And I feel like that could be something that would grow. But I look at it from an angle of like, not only getting kids into the sport and letting them ride in places where like bikes can't ride, but also like AJ has a really cool video on his channel of like Ali learning to ride on his Alta that he had. And that was something that I never thought about. It's like for every other adult that wants to get into the sport, it's like their options are like a TTR, which is a small wheelbase, short, not fun to ride. You know, and your immediate plan is like, I'm going to learn on this and immediately have to like sell it or trade up for a bigger bike. But like, other than that, they get a 250F or a 450, they go kill themselves. But like the electric bike, as like, if people would start treating it as like an entry bike for adults, I think would be like the best thing ever, because it's like they could buy one bike, put it in mode one off the start, learn their fundamentals, and then grow with the bike, you know? That's my thought.
I agree. I think it's solid. AJ Cat.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it'd make the sport way more accessible than ever, because that's so true. Like if you're an adult trying to get into it, realistically, the progression level and the steps that you should take, you'd be on 5 different bikes in the matter of like 6 months. So like, it's hard to do it the right way now. Most people end up, like Jackson just said, going to the dealership and buying a 23 YZ450 and they're like, all right, this should work. It's like, Jesus, nobody should be on that bike. Eli Tomac should barely be on that bike. Yeah, the e-bike, it's just like Ali hopped on it, put it in mode 1, boom, you're good to go. And then as the technology progresses, you're not going to have mode 1 through 4. You're going to have mode 1 through infinity. I mean, you'd be able to set it up however you would want, but you had to be the same chassis, same wheelbase. It'd make it, man, I don't know. I've been very pro e-bike from day one. Now I just always think about how I can capitalize and turn it into a business thing. But think of like all the indoor tracks that you could have, kind of like go-kart setting, or tracks that you could have in kind of urban environments that like otherwise would be completely impossible. The only factor at that point would just be dust control, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
I don't know. E-bikes are so fun. You really just need to have a clutch, though. That's been the only problem on the e-bikes that I've ridden, is riding a bike without a clutch is a little scary.
There's a brand, so a guy that I know, his name's Spencer Wilton. He is a endurocross rider from Calgary, Alberta, but he just did a video. Some Canadian electric bike company, they put out an electric dirt bike with a clutch.
Yep.
And he said it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
really,
it's it's coming. And then Dave, with this thing that he's been promising for 3 years.
Dave, is that a confusing thing to do, putting a clutch on an electric motor, or is it just because people think it's just not necessary?
Yeah, people just think they don't think it's necessary. Honestly, a clutch on an electric dirt bike, I mean, you don't need it, but just for that the added we'll say the added tool, of having the option to be able to kill power. It's literally just a way to disconnect the motor from the back wheel. That's all it is.
The
same
drivetrain. Yeah,
exactly. It's super simple, and it could be pretty easily implemented. My thoughts
Katie,
on it
can I sorry,
no,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask, because I forgot about that. Was Harley involved in buying Alta? Isn't that what happened to Alta? Is they got kind of like,
we bought shares in them, maybe a majority share, but they're already kind of out, and there's not much we can do. Of course, everyone's going to be like, Harley killed Alta, but I don't really think that's the story. Again, I don't know about it, but we did buy a portion of their shares in their company.
Yeah, because I feel like the story that I heard, which like I don't know, like you can say that's not true at all, but like it was more of like almost like it was like some development, but it was more just like we get a tax credit for being invested in like electronic vehicles. Is that at all close to the truth?
At the time, we already had our electric vehicle in production, or not in production, but we were already developing that. So I think it was more of we're trying to learn from them, because they kind of already had they had proven products out there. We were trying to get into that space, so it was more like hey, what are you guys doing? Like, what do you know that we don't? And I think it was more so maybe like battery technology that we were trying to learn from them, but they're kind of already on their way out. So.
Yeah, they were kind of a dying. Oh,
yeah,
Anderson.
That business was kind of ran into the ground from day one, apparently, is what I've heard, just from like some of the financial decisions that they've made. Yeah. But even the Alta, like the first edition and rendition of that bike was so good already for what it was. Like that bike was so very, very far ahead of its time.
I agree.
All right, what do we got here?
We're racking them up for the 450. I think this is race number 2.
Wow. Guys, I have officially hit on both my first to the finish lines.
There you go. Oh, dude, on my screen, Pastrana's killing it right now.
Yeah.
First?
Pastrana just launched his bike into the bay and said,
into the bay. I know. It's super cool, man. Everyone's wearing their cool Jinko jeans and spiked blonde hair. It's sick.
Okay. Dave, tell us what you think about electric bikes. wanna hear.
Obviously, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm a huge proponent of it.
It'd be fun if you're like, they're stupid.
They're lame, you know. Well, thanks to electric bikes, I bought my house, so I really like electric bikes. No, I think they're cool, and the big thing that AJ's touched on, the key word was accessibility, right? I mean, think about when we were all learning how to ride. Like, if our dads, didn't ride, or if they weren't mechanically inclined, I mean, we wouldn't have been into bikes, and there's so few people out there who have that. To us, everyone's dad's mechanically inclined because we're in this world, but looking at the broader picture, not many people know about bikes, can work on bikes, can do the maintenance and do the whole thing. Not a lot of people live in areas where they can even ride dirt bikes. So the fact that you have something that's low maintenance, easy to use, you can, again, infinitely tune your bike to the degree that you want it. Zero noise, zero emissions. You can ride where you are. I mean, you don't have to load the trailer up and go to a 2-hour track down the road. You know what I mean? You can ride in your backyard if you want to. So I think it's excellent. I got 2 electric little e-bikes in my garage right now. Our answer to the E550. So
Chase,
I'm all for it.
Did you see that, AJ?
What, Sexton almost ended himself?
He stalled it in the corner.
He what?
What? I'm not
Dave,
synced
you'll
up
see it
now.
in 2 minutes.
I'll see it next month.
I didn't see him install yet.
What is happening?
What the heck, dude?
How are they power?
He's still up front.
No.
That's not cool. Like, why don't they just? I don't know. Like, can't they just? Wow, right back by him. What a beast!
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh, what
Holy
the
crap!
fudge? Come on.
What's Dave's? It's still buffering on his screen. He's just got the buffer circle going.
Shit, dude, he's blue by him in the whoops.
If someone phones Dave right now, he loses internet connection.
He's got his AOL dial-up.
Yeah. Someone's
I
faxing
got this hand crank. I'm just doing this the whole time to get my electricity going. I got Mary shoveling coal right there. Oh man, dude, Sexton.
That is wild that those Hondas have been installing it like that.
Wow.
Okay, here's
cool.
an industry racing question that I want AJ to answer on the record. Honda has had 3 or like 2, recently, but like unbelievable, technically proficient racers. Jet is next up. If we see bike problems, like weird reactions, front end knifing, weird things with Jet, at what point are we like gonna say, dude, what's going on with the Honda 450?
Yeah, it's just the Sexton problem. So Jet won't have that problem. Neither will Hunter. I think they ride with a little different mentality than Sexton. It's not the stalling thing is a concern. I'm a little confused about that. That hasn't caused any of his crashes. He said that's why that he crashed in that other one. That it's not why he crashed. But he certainly just stalled in that turn, and I've seen him stall it before.
But like even like hitting neutral and stuff like that too. Like there's been a few times like things like that. Like is there? I don't know. It seems like because like in every other sport we have these like curses after a great, and I feel like Honda has their own like curse of the great Bambino. They haven't really done anything on the big bike since Carmichael.
When's the last title that's been won in the premier class for Honda? Has it been a long time?
I think it is Carmichael, isn't it?
Won a title on a Honda?
Yeah.
Huh.
Fourth.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh my God.
Because after Carmichael, you had Stewart and Reed on Yamahas, and then like we had the Villapoto and Dungey on KTM and Kawasaki.
Yeah.
And then
I don't think we've had it since RC, man.
I think it's Carmichael.
Did Kennard get one?
No.
No.
Oh, before we forget, we got to do some giveaways before this thing gets too underway.
Hey, I haven't got my giveaway from your last live stream. I don't think these are real.
I'm gonna give you yours when I see you. Relax. I don't even know how you're eligible, but somehow you snuck your way in there. But
he's gonna save on that international shipping.
Yeah, exactly. save my $80. In honor of AJ Cat being here and us talking about it earlier, I don't think we actually mentioned the number.
We're gonna give away a cat.
We're gonna give away, give away a tiger. We're gonna give away an FXR swag bag. And all you have to do is be the first person to tell us AJ's best finishing position. So we talked about it a little bit earlier with do the scrub by Cole Thompson. What is AJ's best finishing position in a pro Supercross race? So in the chat,
after hitting that turn before the finish,
type it in the chat. The first person to get it right wins a swag bag, courtesy of our excellent sponsors, FXR Racing. Those guys are phenomenal, always looking us up. And be sure to scroll down into the description where you guys can use all of our promo codes for our program to save big on your moto needs. Share it with your friends and family. Hook us up. Okay, let's go on to the chat and start seeing. Oh my gosh, that was quick, man. Fire at will. Winner.
Fire at will.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Dude,
did he say where?
Will's on a winning streak.
Oh, no, no one said where, though. Should we throw in a little bonus?
Marshall looks like he just got out of a wind tunnel. I love it.
Let's see. Actually, Fire at Will's got a question for Katie. Any chance Harley could try to come back to moto again if Triumph's launch is successful?
I mean, I think the closest we're going to get to being an off-road company is probably your Pan America. So that touring bike. I'm trying to think of like the actual space. I'm totally blanking on the space that thing fills. But I don't think Harley will ever be like, motocross is our game. Because I mean, look at all the companies we have in the motocross game right now and how good and developed they already are. If Triumph does it and they're super successful, I mean, maybe that'll spark something inside of us. But I think that there's just too many good players in that field right now for us to even entertain that idea.
Is Triumph basing their bike off of anything existing? Like what they must
have we even
obviously
seen any pictures or anything of it?
No pictures.
Every time I hear anything of it, I try to find something on it, but it seems so like under wraps right now.
I'm hearing
there was some phenomenal racing the last few minutes.
Yeah,
if you guys have seen that, that was wild.
Oh, Anderson!
I can't believe Anderson tried to cut across the court. Like he stayed so
low.
Oh, Dave, you.
Sorry, man. I'm still in the BMX guys. Those BMXers are just phenomenal.
Yeah, front flip you said.
Front flip is sick.
Oh my God, Barsha almost just friggin'
over the tunnel, man. Jeez,
dude, I love Barsha. Ooh, Roxon tagged up a tough block, pulled it into the whoops.
God damn, these guys they're really mean riders.
Ooh.
Jeez,
the mean riders.
These guys are really mean.
You guys are rude.
You guys are really. I'd be on the podium like, you guys are so mean, man. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, shout out to Bunny Man. He's back. Let's see. He's saying, me and Katie going on a date. Hey, Katie with the hard eyes.
What?
There you go, Katie.
Raise your standards.
Dude, she's 17. Whoa.
Not true.
I'm just so young.
I'm an adult.
Another box pops up on our chat and it's Chris Hansen. Right this way, sir.
God, I'd be so excited. That'd be so cool.
God,
we got him.
Barsha, 2 laps in a row.
When he's got like the race on in the background.
He's like, what's up, guys? Big fan.
What were your plans for tonight? Looks like you were thinking about dropping your pants as well as Gates. How about that?
Amazing that Sexton can just yard Tomac 4 seconds up.
Easily, too. Absolutely insane. My gosh.
Oh.
So,
Jackson,
Fire at Will, shout out to you, man.
What are you seeing right now?
Roxon chasing Eli down the start straight.
Down the start straight?
Yeah, heading in the first corner.
I'm in the whoops with them.
Yeah, they're just hitting the whoops.
There's 105 left.
What?
Oh, okay. So
I'm at 145.
I'm at 140.
How am I
Ooh.
so far ahead now?
I caught up. How did I catch up?
I don't know. And how did I fall behind?
I only have 40 seconds left in the race.
What the?
I did
In the future.
35, 34.
Dude, we got our
Katie's in
own
the future.
race going on here.
Yeah, Katie's watching East Rutherford right now.
Okay, I won't spoil anything. My bad.
She's watching outdoors.
Katie, do you have a Harley?
I don't. I mean, since we have company bikes, I just take home company bikes. They've made it so incredibly easy for us that it's like I can roll into work and be like, I feel like taking home this new bike today. Sure.
Sweet.
Just grab my
What
helmet
do
and
you
grab
like?
the keys and let's go.
What do you gravitate to?
I mean, since I'm a female, I'm a smaller person. I'm a Softail person. But I'll ride anything. I mean, give me a touring bike, that's fine. But give me something that's light for a Harley, something that's more flickable for a Harley, and I'll have more fun on that.
My uncle had an Iron 883 that was super fun to ride. Like I loved riding it around town. Like it was so small.
They're good little bikes. I'm more partial to the Lowrider S and the Lowrider ST right now. Big fan of them. Maybe a little biased because I worked on them. Dave too.
Oh wow.
Dave had his hand in it, but like, yeah, I am so partial to that Lowrider ST. It is such a phenomenal bike. We hit that one out of the park. Again, a little biased, but like
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I
helped. I was there. I helped.
I've never been a Harley person, but at Straight Rhythm they had that Rollin' Sands, what's it called? The Rollin' Sands, like on the beach. Just the circle track racing.
Oh,
yeah.
And they had everybody had the hooligan bikes out, and those things were so sick. And now I want one of those.
I think everyone wants one of those after they see him race.
Yeah.
They look so fun.
Dude, speaking of that race, I don't know if you guys remember this, but you guys know the kid, that Kalana Humphrey?
Yeah.
I know AJ knows. Okay, I'm a huge fan of that kid. Like, it's weird how much I like that 14-year-old. But anyway, he raced like full size, like the 1200cc class at that Rollin' Sands circle racing event.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know this because it was later in the day. I asked him if I could get a jersey for my brother because my brother's a big fan of him. They're the same age. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that like 15 minutes prior, he had gotten folded under two of those bikes. Like he went down in like one of the first corners and he got ran over by his own bike and then also someone else and got like folded in three pieces. And he was like being super nice. And I was like, hey man, how's your day going? He's like, it's been better. And I was like, hey, I don't want to bug you and say no if you I don't care. But I just was wondering if I could get a jersey for my brother. He's like, yeah, I don't have one, man. And then later I got that night, I'm like scrolling through Instagram. I'm watching him in the gear that I was talking to him in, absolutely getting run over by like three different bikes.
Jeez.
Felt like such an asshole. It's like, hey man, I just saw you just try to kill yourself, but like, give me your shirt or something. Jeez. You're such a nerd.
Give me your shirt or something.
His dad was texting me yesterday trying to figure out when they can get down there to start training at Moto Academy, Georgia. So that's
nice.
What's Moto Academy, Georgia, AJ?
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure.
He kills me. He kills me with this stuff, Jackson. It's like he's so
on a live stream and
he's
like,
so frustrating. Literally, before he made the switch to Honda, we're at a class, right? I don't know. I can't remember where we were, but AJ's talking. He's like, yeah, when I'm on my bike, which might be a red one. I'm like, shut up! We can't say that stuff yet, dude. What are you talking about? So I'd like run across the track and like, dude, shut up. He's lying. He's joking. No, don't say. We're just kidding.
Dude, when I won the trip giveaway and was riding his like SGB Babbitt's Kawasaki, and I was like, what's your plans for next year? This is in like August, like way before Super. He's like, I'll probably be on a Honda 250. I was like, can you tell me that?
Dude, that was pretty sick, Jackson. The fact that you got to win that trip, that's super cool, man.
Yeah, that was like unreal.
I think the best thing AJ ever gave me was a broken arm, but that's about it.
What's funny is Cam always
Yes, you did.
Cam always forgets that that's why like I'm around. Like he always he's like we'll be talking about something. I'll be like, yeah, like when we were at Tomahawk, he's like, oh yeah, that was you. He's like, I always forget where you came from. And I was like,
yeah, I forget. Yeah, I forget too.
Well, that's so funny. Forget where you came from.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, that's good.
I'm excited to start doing at Moto Academy of Georgia. It'll be much easier to fly people in when we have a home base established.
In between the TCE seminars and how to present yourself in the industry, of course.
Yeah. Katie, do you want to give AJ some advice on how to get your pilot's license?
Dude, that's been over 10 years ago for me. I got that when I was actually 17. I mean, really, it's just have an interest in it. It's super easy. It's easier than getting your car driver's license. It's super straightforward.
That's really scary to hear.
Do you still have it now?
Oh, absolutely. I haven't been flying in like, it's probably been a year now. Because like there's nothing to do up here. Like, where am I gonna go? Where do you expect me to go?
It's like riding a bike.
It really
it's like
honestly
bike,
it was after it seriously was, because I hadn't flown for like probably like 6 or 7 years before that. And within like 4 flights, they were like, here you go, here's the keys. Have at it. Enjoy. Like, okay.
What have you spent most of your time at?
So after I got my pilot's license, I went into competition aerobatics. So a super decathlon is what I spent most of my time in. A super decathlon, the Pitts S2B, which is like a little biplane, little stunt plane.
So like literally like Red Bull Air Race type stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. What did you learn mostly?
I learned it's a Diamond 20. So it's like, it looks like a glider, but has an engine. Learned in that, got my pilot's license in that. Then went to the super decathlon, then went back to get signed off in a Cessna 172. So that's usually what you flying around for, like little personal planes. So I was like, well, if I want to go fly around with other people, like I can carry 4 people on this versus the Diamond was 2 people. So
you're just slow is the problem, right?
I mean, it's not built for speed. It's like a station wagon up in the sky. It's super, super stable, just slow. Which wasn't what I wanted as a 17-year-old kid. I was like, I want to go fly upside down. I want to go enter the traffic pattern upside down and just be a jackass. Like I was a kid.
Oh, that's
Sexton dye his hair.
He's trying to be like me.
Jeez. Well, usually we let the fans watch the last 2 without us gabbing on. So I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to stay on or not. But let me know. I don't want to keep you too long. I've been having a good time and the chat's been blowing up. So I don't want to.
I'm gonna peel out. That was fun though.
No worries.
Yeah,
before you go, I'm gonna head back to the chat really quick. And say thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate you guys joining in with us. It's been freaking phenomenal. One last thing, Bunny Man says, I'm gonna buy Katie a Harley and ride on the back with Katie driving, just so I can spoon Katie. And this is why I love Bunny Man. See, the TCE, we're bringing people together. We're helping connections just ignite. So, Bunny Man, I appreciate you being in the chat. Thank you guys. AJ. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, guys. Don't forget, we do these just about every weekend. The next couple will be live at the races. We're going to do our best to make it happen. If not, we'll let you know. Check out thecollectivexp.com at thecollectivex, where you guys can tune in, sign up to join us at the races to live your dreams in a race of your choice. We help people get gigs in the sport, going from mechanic support, team management, content creation, and more. Jackson, for people who want to follow along with you, where can they find you, man?
They can find me in the discussion tab on the Moto Academy.
Yeah.
Just get in there, dude. We got cool stuff coming up. We got a huge giveaway coming up, and it's gonna be super sick. And yeah, you can find me at New Jersey Supercross, chilling with Dave Drakes all day.
Woo woo.
Me and him.
It's gonna be a good time, Katie. Thank you for joining us. If people want to follow along, find out more about you, all your cool stuff you got going on, the pilot, the gun toting, the engineering, the rocket sciencing, how do we follow along?
The FBI watch list.
That's the thing. I am totally off the grid. So
my
unless you
gosh, of
happen to
course.
be up, unless you happen to be up in Milwaukee and happen to see a chick on a Harley, it might be me. Or if you happen to be in a Counter-Strike lobby and you're like, why is this girl so mean to me? That's also probably me. So, other than that, totally off the grid.
We'll just, like I said, we'll just drop a pin for your home address for people to, for Bunny Man to come through.
Hang out in my basement.
Exactly.
But Bunny Man's in your basement. make no mistake.
Bunny Man's the man. And AJ Cat, we know where to find you. Everyone knows your stuff. But anything you want to shout out or talk about in the last few seconds of you being on here?
Sign up for my fan experience. How do they do that, Dave Drakes? TheCollectiveXP.com?
TheCollectiveXP.com, where you guys can be our personal guests. Myself, AJ Catanzaro. You're going to be his personal fans, your super VIPs for AJ Catanzaro. You guys are going behind the scenes with us all day long, meeting cool people. All of the people that we bring on, they're meeting Jet. They're doing a bunch of cool things, and you can do it too. TheCollectiveXP.com. Come hang out with AJ Catanzaro for the day. It really helps us out, and we help you out too with making amazing connections on the day. And don't forget, guys, the Moto Academy. We got Jackson in there. We got AJ in there. We got Coach Evan. We got James Manny. We've got myself with the best masterclass in the world. Check out the Moto Academy. It's phenomenal. The community is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I'm talking to people all day. AJ is, all the other coaches are as well. And it really, truly helps. So I highly recommend it. Guys, this has been super fun. Everyone, check us out on the next one, thecollectivexp.com, and we're going to do some cool stuff, man. Thank you to my guests.
Thanks, Dave Drakes. Toodaloo. See you
All
guys.
right, guys.